神様。もしそうなら次はもっと。
Hey, you! You're finally awake! What's going on, anime enthusiasts? Here we have another anime of the new season I am checking out, and I am checking this one out on a different premise. While I wasn't gonna watch this initially because it looked like a romance anime, what caught my eye was actually the ratings. Like right now, so far as recording and what I've screenshotted in a Twitter post, 2.6 star review from 4.3k people on Crunchyroll, and on my anime list is sitting at a 6.22 as far as rating concerned, off of just the first episode. And I had to know. The anime I'm talking about is plus size Misadventures in Love. Now, I had to know if there was any kind of like preconceived notions, any prejudices, any kind of unwanted bias like coming into this. And when you look at the art, you look at the cover of it, you see like the main character we're following is in fact plus sized. And I don't know if this is like other people touting this as like some kind of woke culture nonsense or whatever. You know, I just had to, you know what? I need to go this. I'm gonna go in this with an open mind, and I actually want to see if it's terrible. Well, maybe it's terrible because of the premises they're trying to set. Or maybe it's terrible because of, I don't know, something else. Maybe the art is actually terrible. Maybe the animation is terrible. Maybe the story is terrible. Or maybe it's a collection of all things. Who knows? And after watching it, it's okay. You know? It's okay. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just whoever review bombed this probably just doesn't like it for the fact of what the main character looks like, and that's bad. Looking at something for what it is on the 10 and just going based off of that is, you know, we all do it to some degree, but to this magnitude of not even giving it a chance and putting it a little review without properly looking through it is not great, especially in this day and age to where something can easily be review bombed with just enough support from a certain like collection of people. And it's up to other people to like take the leap of faith in order to, you know, actually promote it and show for how good it actually is. Or maybe their premise is warranted. Maybe they just didn't like it because, you know, some other things, you know, respecting opinions and all that. But we have to make sure that your opinion is coming from like something that has a solid foundation that stand out other than just vibes. And then again, vibes opinions are, you know, for the premise. But this is like a too long of an introduction to talk about in this anime. Like I said before, this anime is fine. The main character, Yumiko Koda, has gotten herself into an accident, is what we perceive to think. The accident is an unfortunate failed attempt by herself to send herself to another world to be hopefully reincarnated. It doesn't happen because it failed, and when she wakes up, she forgets. She has amnesia. The doctor says it's retrograde amnesia, and I'm going to put a definition up on the screen of what retrograde amnesia is. But essentially, she is unable to remember what her past was. And so the doctor said it's not uncommon for people to have a personality change when they have, this type of amnesia. And her personality change, she did, because in the past she just did not like the way that she, looked. She didn't want to perceive herself as this huge physical person, and she constantly downed herself about it, up to the point to where she had to, wanted to send herself to another world. And even her parents were confused as well, because the older hated mirrors, the older like sometimes broke phones when she saw herself. But now the newer, she's like positivity to the max. Like, it's almost frighteningly scary and confusing, rightfully so. Because like, if I knew a friend and you were acting one way, and then the next day they just completely flipped the script on me, I'm like, who are you? You got a doppelganger? But she also, when Yumiko gets home, she looks at her phone to try to find out some clues about her old self. And she sees that she's taking a whole bunch of pictures, close-up zoom shots of some guy. And she's thinking, wow, am I a stalker? Or do I really like him? And so, the next day when she wants to go to work, she has a feeling she needs to go through a park. Goes through the park and she meets the guy. And though her amnesia, like in a new personality, allows her to like be confronting, be more forward to actually talk to him. Come to find out, she never knows this guy's name, and she never like confronted him ever. So they're complete strangers. But she realizes that it's like, she knows she gets flustered whenever she sees him smile. And the dude, it seems like he's got a little crush on her as well after that exchange. And when she gets to work, everybody is confused and amazed at her like new change of herself and her new outlook on life. And then her direct supervisor, Chief Mezono, like appears. And after that short meeting with him, and he's trying to be supportive. He's like, hey, make sure you guys take care of Yumiko. And Yumiko, when she looked at her hand, she knows she's sweating. So that's kind of a sign of saying maybe the old Yumiko got extremely nervous around the chief. And then we see like another character that's going to be a mainstay, most likely is Saki Tamai, Yumiko's colleague. And Tamai's like, like going through the ropes of helping Yumiko come back. And when Yumiko was in a meeting to where they need to figure out some kind of like summer theme, and Yumiko sees like all of the negative notes that she's done on herself, she's like, that's not good. Old me, you need to be more positive about yourself. And it's cute. It's fine. It's promoting like, even though that, if you have depression or if you have a negative outlook, it's all about, changing your perspective, and then maybe you'll get something new. That's pretty much the overarching theme of the anime itself. It's like changing your perspective to not see the negative, but to see the positive, and like being nice to people and be more outgoing will open more avenues for you in life. And so much so that, Yumiko presented an idea. The chief likes it, and he accepted it. Her idea gets through for the summer theme. Whoa, it's cool. And then later on, the police department calls Yumiko, and now they have a reason that she didn't want to send herself to the other world. Actually, someone other than her wanted to send her to another world, because of fingerprints on the railings don't suggest that, she decided to jump off to try to find a magical portal. No. So there's a little bit of deeper mystery. So the anime goes on. There's comedic moments. They go out to lunch and other things. But the next actual scene that actually leads up to something else is that while Tamai and Yumiko are talking it up at work after lunch, Yumiko shares Tamai her notebook, after, they feel like, wow, Tamai, your desk is so organized. And she's like, hey, Yumiko, you need to like clean up yourself. And so while they're like looking at each other's like desk setup and looking inside of the drawers, Yumiko decides to, share Tamai her notebook, which also has all of her ideas for like different things, as she's part of the playing division. And Tamai has this devious look when she's smiling and looking at it. And there's also another scene where it's possible that the direct supervisor and Tamai don't get along. It looks like Tamai's kind of like scared of him. I mean, the guy does appear to be a little bit scary, probably because of the deep voice and how the artist kind of like depicted him. But I think he's cool. But later on another day, Yumiko meets up with the guy again, and they kind of hit it off, and it seems like they become friends. So, but for now, it's kind of official that both of them kind of like each other, and they might be seeing it again sometime soon. And the last few final scenes, the mean girls are talking it up in the restroom while Yumiko's in there, and we know that Tamai, from the mean girls, that Tamai has never gotten an idea approved, and she's just kind of like eye candy for the other guys. And while Yumiko just kind of like dismisses all of that and tries to just spread positivity, Tamai was actually on the outside of the restroom listening in, and she got that demon in her. She wishes Yumiko stayed her old, downtrodden, negative self. I'm like, oh, we got some plot here. Now I'm in. Tamai, you just sought yourself up as my favorite character. Last little bit, Yumiko's idea notebooks are gone missing. I'm more than likely thinking that Tamai took them because, she got that devious look on her face when she saw the notebook. But that's pretty much the overview of the anime. I dig it. It's okay. Like I said, I mean, if you want another feels good anime that wants to spread positivity and like infuse you with like a little bit of laughter with comedy here and there, and wants to present the idea or impart the idea into you that changing your perspective from negative to positive, trying to see things in a different light, will lead you to different ways, lead you to open doors, that sort of thing. That's what I'm hoping like the overarching idea was. And to that, after watching the first episode, it doesn't deserve a 2.6. If you all want to watch it based off of what I said, go in with an open mind and maybe you'll like it. If not, that's okay. Just don't let it be because of what Yumiko looks like, or maybe it is for you. Maybe it is because you don't like that type of character, or that size. Maybe it is. Who knows? But come at it with a very solid foundation. Maybe you got a reason. But y'all like it if you. But it's just thinking about these things like turns my head. But anyway, what do you guys think of the anime? Or if you're hesitant on it, why are you hesitating? Let me know. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you like what you see and want to help me out a little bit. I'm gonna keep going with this because I'm interested and I want to see it to the end, and I want to see if this little mystery is going to keep going to the end, or maybe they just stop it maybe halfway, maybe a few more episodes in. I don't know. The mystery's got me in. Tamai's got me in. I'm here for them. I'm not here for Yumiko. or a plus size little misadventure. I'm here for Tamai and the demon she got. But until then, y'all have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you guys are in the world. And I hope your day is just a little bit better than it is now. Y'all take care, and I'll see you in the next episode or video. Either way, it doesn't matter. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.